Right now, while you're watching, billions of dollars are being poured into artificial intelligence. Some people say it's the greatest investment of this century. Others say it's becoming the biggest financial bubble since the dot-com crash. So before you believe either side, let's find out what's really happening. Imagine your teacher walks into class holding a tiny red balloon. It doesn't look very special. The teacher smiles and asks, "Who wants to make it bigger?" Every hand shoots into the air. One student blows into the balloon. It becomes a little bigger. Everyone claps. Then another student blows. One student blows into the balloon. Then another. Soon everyone wants a turn. Nobody asks, "Should we stop?" Everyone only asks, "Can it get even bigger?" That is how a bubble begins. Not just with balloons, but with money too. Sometimes, people become so excited, they forget to ask the most important question. Sometimes, is it so excited to actually worth that much? Today, people everywhere are talking about artificial intelligence, or simply AI. Some people believe AI will change the entire world. Others believe some people are becoming too excited, just like every bubble before. So today, let's discover whether AI is the future or the biggest bubble the world has ever seen. The teacher picks up an empty notebook. "Can this notebook think?" The class laughs. "It's just papes up an empty notebook." "What people use it for?" Imagine an empty notebook. Instead of paper, it remembers everything you teach it. Imagine an empty notebook. Instead of paper, at guessing answers. It's a little like teaching your pet dog new tricks. At guessing answers. At first, it's a little like teaching the dog gets at guessing answers. But after hundreds or even thousands of tries, it starts getting better. AI learns almost the same way, except instead of treats, it learns from data. And there's a lot of data, more than any human could ever read. Every photo, every book, every website, every conversation can help teach AI. That's why today's AI can write stories, answer questions, draw pictures, and even write computer code. But here's the problem. Teaching AI is incredibly expensive, and that's where our story really begins. The next day, the teacher walks into class carrying an ordinary shovel. The students look completely confused. The teacher asks,
If everyone wanted to find gold,
"Who would make the most money?" The class shouts.
The person!
who finds the gold?
The teacher smiles and says,
Not always.
The class shouts.
Sometimes,
The richest person is the one selling the shovels. AI is today's gold rush. Every company wants to build,
smarter AI.
but to build AI, companies need something very special.
Powerful computer chips.
Think of these chips like tiny, super-fast brains that help AI learn faster.
Wow!
And one company became the world's biggest shovel seller.
Wow!
Its name? NVIDIA.
Instead of digging for gold, NVIDIA sold the powerful chips needed to build AI. Then, something incredible happened. Everyone wanted those chips needed to build at the same time. When millions of people want the same thing, everyone wanted those chips usually goes up.
The teacher writes one question. Can you talk to a computer? Not by pressing buttons, not by learning code. Just talking, like talking to your best friend. For many years, people dreamed about this, but it never felt real. Just talking, like talking to your best friend. Then, one day, everything changed. A company called OpenAI released ChatGPT. People asked it to write stories, solve homework, write emails, even computer programs. Millions of people wanted to try it. Then, tens of millions. Even hundreds of millions. Suddenly, every company had the same fear. What if we get left behind? Google started building even smarter AI. Microsoft invested billions. Meta joined the race. Everyone started running. Imagine every bakery in your town suddenly wanted the same oven. What happens? Exactly. There aren't enough ovens. So, everyone offers more money. The same thing happened with AI chips. Companies couldn't buy enough of them. Soon, AI companies weren't competing for customers. They were competing for computers. And that's when investors started asking, are we watching the next revolution or the next bubble? The teacher smiles and draws a giant time machine. To understand AI, we need to travel 25 years into the past.
The year is 1999. The internet is brand new. Everyone is excited. People believed the internet would change the whole world. And you know what? They were right. But then, something strange started happening. People stopped asking, is this company good? They only asked, does it use the internet? If the answer was yes, investors threw money at it, even if it made no profit. Imagine opening a lemonade stand. You sell 0 lemonade, but everyone says, one day you'll be rich. The lemonade stand becomes more expensive than the biggest bakery in town. Does that make sense? Eventually, people realized some businesses were worth far less than their prices. The bubble burst. Many companies disappeared. Millions of investors lost money. But here's the surprising part. The internet didn't fail. Only many companies did. Some companies kept building, kept improving, kept growing, even after everyone else gave up. So today, People ask the same question again. Will AI follow the same story? Will history be different? The teacher looks at the class and asks, "So, does this mean AI is just another bubble?" Nobody answers.
Not so fast. Things are
A little more complicated. Imagine your school buys 100 expensive computers, but only 5 are ever used. The computers are amazing, but buying too many too quickly wasn't. Some investors think that's exactly what's happening with AI today. Companies are spending hundreds of billions on AI because they're afraid of being left behind. But other experts say this spending could be worth it because AI might change everything. Think about the internet. At first, many people didn't believe it would matter.
Sometimes, new technology looks like a bubble before it changes the world.
The real question isn't whether AI is useful.
It clearly is. The question is whether people are paying too much. And that's the hardest question on Wall Street today. No one knows the answer yet. The teacher walks toward the giant balloon one last time. The classroom becomes completely silent. One last time. He simply places his hand on it and smiles. People think one last time, but that's not always true. Sometimes people think one last time, but the invention itself still changes the world. The internet survived, electricity survived, smartphones survived. Maybe AI will too. But not every company wins the race. History has taught us that lesson many times. The biggest mistake is believing that every AI company will become the next giant. History rarely works that way. The smartest investors don't chase every shiny balloon. They ask one simple question: what's really inside? Maybe AI becomes the greatest invention of our lifetime. Or maybe today's excitement runs too far ahead of reality. The truth is, no one can predict the future. Not investors, not billionaires, not even AI. The best thing you can do is stay curious. Ask questions. Learn. Think for yourself. Because the future doesn't belong to the people who follow the crowd. It belongs to the people who understand it.